Today, we are going to do a little vlog style video. We are going to go thrifting. We're gonna film it, buy some pieces. We have no idea what we're gonna find.
Yeah, this could completely fall through.
This could be horrible. Maybe talk about what we look for in thrift stores and what we avoid. Gonna buy some pieces and create some outfits and show you guys what we made with our thrifting finds.
Time you see us, we'll be in the car or there already. We don't know yet.
So.
My babushka.
All right, we're in the car driving over to Goodwill right now. So I figured now would be a good time to kind of talk about what we like about thrifting, what we look for when we're thrifting. Also, I'd like to point out that we are kind of like fashion sluts. So we do own a few designer and like name brand clothes, but 99% of what we wear and what we wear in our videos is thrifted or vintage, repurposed. Like, we don't spend a ton of money on it. A first tip of what I would say whenever you're going thrifting. Obviously, if there's something that's super cool that happens to be name brand, that's a good plus. But don't buy something just because it's name brand. Say there's a pair of Levi's jeans, but you don't like the cut, there's weird stitching, they're not in your size. Don't just buy them because they're Levi's unless you know how to sew or fix stuff up, because you're probably not gonna ever wear them.
Bottom line is just disregard brand in general.
Personally, I also don't buy things at thrift stores that I think that I'm gonna have to alter in some way in order to wear it. Like, if you're cool with that, but realistically, if you're lazy and you're not super good at sewing, don't buy something that you think you're gonna have to do a lot of work to make it wearable.
To just crop it or something.
Yeah, cropping,
like
that's
no
different. I crop stuff all the time, but if it's truly like, oh, I really love this pattern, but I hate the neckline. Or, oh, I really love these pants, but they're just way too big. Don't waste your money, because realistically, you're probably never gonna do that, and then you're not gonna wear it. Another thing that might sound kind of obvious that I always look for, things that really stand out, like bright colors, super unique pattern, because those are the types of things that you're gonna find in a thrift store that you're not gonna be able to find at the mall or like a department store.
The beauty of thrifting is that you have no clue what you're gonna find. You have the opportunity to find some absolute gems.
So like, for example, if I see something that's like a lime green or pastel purple, kind of a fun bubblegum pink, that's the type of stuff that I'll usually take a closer look at, because it's just kind of unique and different, and it gives it a thrifted alternative vibe, I guess.
Alright, so we're here. We made it. Currently looking through the abyss.
Yeah, no kidding.
I like those.
I really like the material on these a lot, actually. I feel like this could either be really thick or it could just like fit funky. But I like that. I could cut just that out. I'm kind of thinking like tucked in jeans, belted. Yeah. It's like $7 for just a tank top though. Like that jacket that I put in there is like $8. So that's...
I don't know though, I like that.
I like it, but do I like it for $8?
We will see. Favorite places to look is in the jacket section. That is because we have gems like this. We have like this denim, like doesn't even feel like denim, and it is this oversized puffy coat type thing. You can see on the inside it's got this like padding in it. I guess it's like some vintage brand. $13 actually, it's not bad for this. It's definitely a contender. They also have this one, which is another padded flannel. And I really like these for the winter time because I think they're a little bit sturdier.
Trying to narrow this down at the moment. What do you think on these shorts?
So I think those might be a no.
But I found
these
really like.
Yeah, those are cool.
I really like the pastel color, and I like the high-waisted fit, and it has belt loops too. Sorry, we're trying not to get in trouble for filming here.
Yeah.
This, it's kind of, yeah, I just picked it because the color.
I would pass on that one.
This,
that, I mean, honestly, I think could be worth getting just because it's a tank top.
It's a lot for tank tops, but it's like $5. What do you think, though?
I think that could be worth it.
Okay, I'll put it over here for now. $8.
I think those are actually a yes. Not sure what the rise is gonna look like on you.
I mean, it's like low, but it's not like super low.
Could be good for kind of like a 90s sort of look.
We've literally been in here for like 3 hours. I found a bunch of cool tried it on. None of it fit me. It all looks horrible, so.
None of my stuff fit me, so I went back and started looking again.
We've been in this store for like 2.5 hours.
We got in here, we picked out a bunch of stuff, we were so excited, and then it was
None
like
of it
tried it
fit.
on, nothing fit.
And then we couldn't find anything for ages, so
yeah,
this is dedication right here.
no kidding, but
Always try everything on, because I would have ended up spending like $45 on 8 things that didn't fit. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Mogans and I thought we were just gonna run in there and grab a few things and run out, but that took forever. Another thing that I think we've learned today, it's better to pay a little bit more even in thrifting for higher quality pieces, because finally what I ended up doing is there was a few things that I dismissed at the beginning because they were a little bit expensive, like $10 for a jacket. Oh, Mogans is back, let me let him in. Anyways, after none of that stuff fit, I ended up going back to the stuff that I liked that was a little bit more expensive, and ended up just getting fewer things of higher quality items, and I ended up spending about 30 to 40 bucks on like 5 things. We were in there for 3 hours and I was like, god damn it, we're not leaving with nothing.
honestly, we found good stuff though.
We did. I do have to say the pieces that we did end up eventually finding were really good. The first piece I found while Mogans and I were thrifting was this sheer baby pink Victorian blouse. The reason this particular piece caught my eye is the unique color, the good quality material, and the details on the neckline and the sleeves. I got this top for only $10, and when I looked up similar alternatives, most of them were between $50 and $75. This is one of my favorite types of pieces to find while thrifting because it's super fun and a useful piece to have, but it's not the type of thing that you're going to be wearing every day. So instead of paying full price for something like a nice business casual top, you can find it for super cheap at a thrift store.
The first piece that I found at Goodwill were these brown Dickies work pants. I think that these pants are a really good piece and they're very essential to pretty much anyone's wardrobe. I know that these pants are something that can very easily be found at pretty much any Walmart, but when I saw them in the thrift store for only $5, I couldn't pass them up. I think my favorite thing about these pants is the fit, quality, and wearability. So for this outfit, I decided to go for a 70s Hollywood sort of vibe, but with a modern twist.
The second piece I found today is this dark green Western style button-up jacket and blazer. Ooh, okay, wow, that was a mouthful, but I really couldn't think of a better way to describe this piece. But to be honest, I think that's why I was so attracted to this top. At first glance, this piece just looks like a regular jacket, but when you take a closer look, it doesn't really fit into any of the stereotypical clothing categories. Part of the reason I love thrifting so much is whenever I find unique pieces like this, it inspires me to create new and different outfits that aren't always inside of my comfort zone.
So the second piece that I bought at Goodwill was this red golf pullover windbreaker thing. Okay, so I really don't know how to classify this thing, but I absolutely love it.
I think my favorite part about this pullover is the subtle pattern. While it isn't very noticeable from afar, I think it's very interesting when looked at closely. I also love this pattern for the element of uniqueness that it adds. It's the perfect switch up from a regular old crew neck.
The third piece that I found today is this suede rusty red jacket. The suede on this jacket is extremely good quality and the overall piece is just in excellent condition. But what I love even more than that is just the way that this jacket fits. It has a very structured, boxy, and angular fit, yet still looks relaxed on. The overall essence of this piece for some reason reminded me of Elton John or even 80s rock and roll. I got this amazing and super versatile piece for literally just $8. So thrifting is definitely the reason that I have about 10,000 jackets in my closet, but it's because you can always find amazing deals in the jacket section.
The third thing that I found at the thrift shop was this black pair of Dickies work pants. Although I already found them in brown, I think the black could be even more versatile. I think I love simple black pants like these because of the amount of directions that you can go in with them. You could go classy, you could go simple, or you could almost give them a punk sort of edge. The way I've styled them here is sort of a street style meets semi-formal type of vibe. I think the versatility in this outfit really comes from the fact that you can wear it in any setting. It could be worn for something casual like a day out shopping, or formal to a nice dinner.
The fourth piece from my haul today is this black short sleeve v-neck sweater top. Although the white jacket in this outfit is not something I got today, I did get it at a vintage shop a little while ago, and it's probably one of my favorite finds of all time. The black top was originally a lot longer, but I cropped it to give it more of a 90s look instead of a grandma look. This top is a great example of how you don't always have to get something super unique and interesting while thrifting, but you can also just get really cheap, good quality basics. This top was only $5, which is usually the maximum I'll spend for a simple top or basic like this when I'm thrifting.
So this is actually the same jacket that Em was wearing in her second fit. We decided to share it after a couple of totally not angry, not confrontational conversations. While Em decided to keep the length in its original form for her fit, I went ahead and pinned this thing up so that it gave it more of a cropped and boxy look. In my opinion, this is by far the best thing that we found in that trip to Goodwill. I absolutely love the space cowboy sort of urban western vibe that it gives.
Follow white rabbit. I'm taking potions.
So my fifth piece is actually the exact same as my third piece jacket, except for it's hot pink instead of rust red. I loved this jacket so much that after I found it in the rust red, I looked to see if they had any other colors, and behold, they actually did. And while the fit and cut of the two jackets is obviously the exact same, the colors give them two completely different vibes to me. The first outfit I used with this jacket was more of a 70s rock star sort of vibe, and this outfit reminds me more of a London glam. I think this is a great example of how you can wear thrifted pieces in so many different ways and honestly get every dollar of your money's worth. Alright, so that was our haul. It ended up getting some pretty good pieces, if I do say so myself.
After what felt like years of hunting in
Yes.
Goodwill. It was very intimidating walking into a warehouse full of clothes, at first not being able to find something.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie, kind of freaking out. Like, we just shot all this footage beforehand and did all this editing, and we're not even gonna be able to find anything.
I would definitely recommend whenever you are thrift shopping, once you've gone through stuff once, if you have time, go through it again because there's some good stuff. But we did not see that on our first little pass
Yeah,
through.
I mean, I picked out pieces that were okay the first time, and then everything that was in that video, I didn't find until like my second, third, or even fourth time going through the store.
So sorry there's not more footage of us getting stuff that we actually bought.
So what happened with that is we didn't explicitly get told not to film, but it's kind of frowned upon.
There was this one employee that was like kind of
like
following us
circling
around.
us. So we cut the filming short, and also it got to the point where we were like, okay, like we don't know if we're actually gonna find anything.
Yeah.
So our main goal was just finding pieces for this video, which is why we didn't film a ton. We can do more videos like this in the future and hopefully get more footage of us actually finding the pieces that we're gonna end up using. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, once again, let us know in the comments or through messages. There's a ton of other vintage stores that we love that we can do videos about with the same sort of thing. So.
And again, thank
Keep
you
it
for
coming.
everybody supporting us.
Yes, thank you so much for the support once again. Our last video also got over 200 views. Thank you guys so much for continuing to watch them. Thank you guys for watching this video, and we'll see you very soon
Have
next
a
time.
Splendid day.